Hi there, everybody. Welcome to another album review. My name is Christian Eschbach. All right, so this is Diary of a Madman. This is the original digitally remastered version. This is not the one where they did the fool around and, replace original musicians. This is the original musicians on this album, digitally remastered in its full glory. It is fantastic. Just on that alone, I say buy this. When I did my review for Blizzard of Ozz, I had mentioned that I gotta roll up my windows in the car. People are being loud outside. When I did my review of Blizzard of Ozz, I mentioned that I honestly believe that Diary of a Madman was a much better album. And the reason why is, honestly, I really don't have any complaints on this album except for one song. Only one song on this album I will say I don't want to listen to. So the album opens up with Over the Mountain. Oh my god, man. Oh, such a great tune, man. Such a great tune. I love that riff, and when Zach opens up on that one and gets going, man, it is just brilliant. Then we go into Flying High again, man. All right, so this is one of the few songs on this album where I kind of have changed my opinion back and forth over the years on how I feel about this song. It has nothing to do with the fact that, we're talking about, smoking a joint or whatnot here, flying high again that way. But we're talking, and realistically, we're talking not probably a joint that Ozzy was talking about either. So anyways, it has nothing to do with that. It's actually just kind of the fact that the lyrics are a little bit camp. And that's okay. That is okay. Not everything has to be serious. And just depending on my mood and where I am in my life depends on how much I enjoy that little bit of camp. You can't kill rock and roll, man. First off, a 7-minute song about not being able to kill rock and roll. There's just a genius to that. The changes in this one are fantastic. You can't kill rock and roll. Honestly, probably one of Randy Rhoads' most overlooked songs, I think, man. Like, the contributions on this song and the arrangements, the music in general on this song is just brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Then we get into Believer. Believer's got that great little bass thing going on. Ooh, there's something spectacular in that bass riff, man. I mean, that is just pure beauty of a riff going on in there, man. Little Dolls is a great album cut. It really is. I actually very much enjoy Little Dolls. The way it moves and flows, it works. It fills a nice spot in there. Next track up, Sato. I'm not sure which way I'm supposed to go with that, or if I'm supposed to say it as the long form or what it's supposed to be. I don't know. But for this case, we're gonna go with Sato. If you guys want to correct me in the comments, go right ahead. Okay, that's what the comment section is for. So please go ahead and correct me. This one is a good tune as well. I really enjoy this one. I think it follows up the track before it really well, and I actually skipped over the track before it really well, which I'm going to come back to in a second. Little Dolls and Sato both bookend the song Tonight. Tonight is really a beautiful song, and it is amazingly well written, and it sounds like something that would have been on later albums even. Like, this song's really kind of advanced. Matter of fact, I think Ozzy may have ripped this one off a little bit, like when he did Old LA Tonight. a little bit, and I love Old LA Tonight off of Osmosis. But I'm going to say part of it definitely came from Tonight, which tells me how much ahead of its time Tonight was. However, if you're one of my regular viewers, you know how much I love boring ass ballads like this. So I have an automatic bias against it just on that. But realistically, folks, it is really a really good song, really well put together, and it's one of those ones you really should check it out. As far as ballads go, it is really good. And then you've got the album's title track finishing off the whole album, Diary of a Madman. That intro alone, and then it just builds up and it builds up, and then it just gets so creepy and psychotic. I love it. Diary of a Madman, definitely one of my all-time favorite Ozzy songs, and it's funny because this one definitely would have been a late entry into my Ozzy favorites list, because Diary of a Madman is one of the last albums I've picked up from Ozzy. There are a couple others out there I still haven't picked up yet, but Diary of a Madman, for some weird reason, I don't know why, and I don't have a good reason for it. When I was a teenager, nobody had this album. Nobody talked about this album. Everybody talked about Blizzard of Ozz. It was always Blizzard of Ozz, Blizzard of Ozz, Blizzard of Ozz. So I did not get the exposure to this album that I honestly and truthfully needed in any way whatsoever, except for Flying High Again, which was regularly used later on, and then Believer later on when I picked up the tribute to Randy Rhoads, which I'm going to have to move my car for a second here, and after I move my car, we're going to get into a tribute for Randy Rhoads. Now, I am not sure what the decision-making was behind this one, but I really appreciate it, and I really like the fact that they saved the fans a few bucks. This is a deluxe set. It's got a second disc, which is Ozzy Live. Now, I haven't listened to the Randy Rhoads tribute side by side with this one to make sure it is absolutely the exact same album, but every last part of it really makes me think it's the exact same album still. The track listing is all the same, and it's the single album version of the live album, the one that was released on compact disc. It's not the version that was released on LP. The version, if I remember correctly, that was released on LP was actually a double vinyl, which means it would not all fit onto a single compact disc. Once again, if I'm wrong on that one, correct me down below, but I've only ever had the compact disc version of the tribute to Randy Rhoads. And what we got here is we got I Don't Know, Crazy Train, Believer, Mr. Crowley, Flying High Again, Revelation, Mother Earth, Steal Away the Night, Suicide Solution, Iron Man, Children of the Grave, and Paranoid. What's really cool about this is the fact that Believer and Flying High Again were actually songs that were being taken out on the road before the album had even been released. Something that just doesn't happen anymore, which really sucks. Now, the whole way around, do I think you guys should buy this remastered album? Absolutely. It is fantastic. You should totally buy it. Other than that, folks, I'm going to leave it there because Tracy's going to be getting in the car momentarily. I want you to hit the like button, the subscribe button, and the bell for notifications. Drop me a comment down below. Check out the links. Peace, love, take care, and there's Tracy.